Hello there guys, I'm back again with another product review, and this one is not sponsored as I did buy this myself for honestly no real reason other than to review it. I saw it at the checkout line at the Saks off 5th Avenue buying something for my wife, and then boom, there it was, right there on the shelf, right at the checkout line saying, buy me. So I was like, yeah, what the heck, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So that's what I did because I buy things on impulse. Anyway, here we are, this is it. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with the specifications on the IntelliTrack 360. All right, so it says here on the box, take your own personal cameraman anywhere with the on-air IntelliTrack 360-degree camera motion tracking phone holder. An innovative go-to for filming events, vlogging, or producing professional styled content for social media platforms on your smartphone. The product dimensions are 3.8 inches long by 3.8 inches wide by 7.2 inches high. Product weighs 8.9 ounces. They also say that the intelligent phone holder pairs with your device via a Bluetooth app and automatically locks in on your face or your chosen subject to track, then records and or takes pictures accordingly. Use it on your desktop with these rubber feet and as it is mounted, or mount it on a tripod and let its 360-degree rotating base follow your movements seamlessly without limitations or constraints. 360-degree facial and object tracking, landscape or portrait filming, which is great for photography, vlogging, podcasting, and more. The 1/4-inch tripod mount base, yeah, it has a 1/4-inch, yeah. It pairs with your device via Bluetooth app called Live 360, which can be downloaded from the App Store or from Google Play. You need to buy 3, let me get that, AA batteries. They are not included. It has a 1-year limited warranty. It's made out of ABS plastic and it's imported. So the price, what's the price? This bad boy will set you back 35 clams, $34.99. Now, I will tell you that if you go to Saks off 5th, you can actually get it for $19.99. So who is this fun-loving little toy for? Well, to be honest, I'm trying to be super fair. And it says that it's for vloggers, for podcasters, filming events like snowboarding, soccer games, and other sporting events. It says it's great for professional styled social media content. The only real use though that I can see that makes any relatively decent sense for this are for videos that you have some activity, but you need your camera zoomed in on you and or your subject, and that subject moves just a little bit over the video recording time frame. I mean, what does that mean? I'm thinking like maybe like a cooking video where you're doing something over a table that might be 5 to 7 feet wide, maybe 10 feet, where you're walking back and forth. Maybe even you're a professor and you're lecturing on stage and you walk relatively slow from one side of the stage to the other side. Maybe you're pointing it to a big screen at certain formulas or something. I don't know. Maybe even like an exercise video where most of your activity happens within maybe a 6-foot square or something to that effect. So what's good about it? Well, it will track you if you don't move too fast. The motor is really quiet, surprisingly quiet. The app is pretty easy to start up and connect to the device. I have not had issues with it connecting, and it does track decently with the phone camera. Okay. We're gonna need something for this. What's not so good about it? The package can be misleading as it shows the device in the middle of the road and some guy doing like, I don't know, a kickflip or something on a skateboard. The tracking on this is not that fast, but whatever sells a product, right? It won't track you more than 10 feet away in my experience so far. I mean, I'm in my office and the other side of my office, it'll lose me like that. It'll lose you also if you move too quickly, especially if you're a little bit closer to the camera. If you get closer to it and you move a little bit quickly from one side to the other, it lost you. It doesn't work in landscape mode. What do we mean, landscape mode? This mode, right? You put it in this way, it doesn't work. At least not for me, I'm telling you. The quality of the build, it's not so great. And even this guy right here, the phone sits a little bit crooked on the device. Prime example of the tracking. If multiple people are in this shot, it will not be able to determine which person to follow. It's gonna follow motion. So if you got 2 people coming together after a ball, let's say soccer, and then one guy runs off, it's gonna follow that guy. Maybe your superstar kid's still sitting here, gone. It has no external power source connection that I can tell, just batteries. And then of course, no rechargeable battery built in, just batteries. It needs to use the camera on your phone to track, and it does not work work with Android 12. I do have a phone that has Android 12 and the screen became totally unresponsive. Can't touch, can't activate, it won't do anything on the screen. So my final thoughts. Guys, I really am that kind of person that wants things to work. And in all intents and purposes, this technically does work. It'll sync to your camera and also to this device. They will sync through the app. It will track your movement and the camera will record what's in front of it. Of course it will, because it's on the camera of the phone. But it won't do any of that well. If you get too far away from the camera, it's gonna stop tracking you, it'll lose you. If you are too close to the camera and move a little bit quickly, it's gonna lose you. You'll step out of frame too quickly, it will stop. If you try to put it in landscape position, it won't track you at all. I've tried it a few times. Maybe I'm a dunderhead, I don't know. Maybe I'm a knucklehead, I can't figure it out. But I find myself somewhat tech savvy enough to figure most things out, and this for some reason will not work in landscape. It will work in the horizontal Instagram/TikTok mode. Just won't work this way, for me, again, at least. If you wanna catch that awesome ollie on your skateboard or that rad kick flip or whatever you do that's fast paced and maybe you're somewhat too far out of range, it's not gonna work. I will always try to find that good thing that may work for someone, this device, right? And I think the best way, I just described it just a little bit ago, and I think the best way for this device is maybe I'll add one, maybe a pastor, right? You're in your church and you want to go ahead and do a live stream with your audience, and you're on the pulpit and you're just, you like to move around and dance a little bit. You're in a range, but you don't move too much. I think that's going to work out pretty well. I think it will. If it's slow and deliberate, I think this is going to work. There are a few items that I either receive or I buy that I find once in a while that are just not quite worth the money that you pay for them. And this one, unfortunately, is one of those items. I don't recommend this, especially if you purchased it at $35 and especially at the original price of $80 or even $20. I'm telling you, even the $20, not such a big fan of. This is basically now going to be the most expensive phone holder that I've purchased. It's just gonna hold one of my phones back here for display. I don't think I'll ever use this again unless I need to demonstrate its relative uselessness again for another video. I really hate to be so harsh about this, but I think trying to put something half-heartedly together, market it as something that it's not capable of doing, and then putting it out on the market to sell for way too much money, I don't think is right. And even more so that I found is to even sell it as this item, the on-air IntelliTrack 360, that for some period of time, then, as I found in other sites, take it off the market, rebrand it with another name, and then slap another sticker on there and sell it again to people for the same amount of money. I don't think is right. Not trying to be harsh, it works, it technically works as it's stated, it just doesn't do it very well, and I don't think that there's much use for this for most people. Again, that was a bit harsh. If you think I was, and you have another opinion, then let me know. Go ahead and tell me down below in the comments what your experience is with this device. Maybe you figured something out a little bit better than what I'm doing. I don't know. I hope so. I really don't like to be negative. I always want product that people sell to do well. I don't care where it's made or designed or whatever, as long as it fills a function. Also, while you're down there, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You can be notified for other product that I do reviews on, hopefully that are better than this guy. Of course, if you like this, do me a favor, hit that like button. And I really do thank you for watching this video, and I appreciate it. Peace.